Okay, so good day everyone. So we are back in my YouTube channel, Sergio's Math Class. And at this point of time, we'll be learning all about the language of relations and functions. So first, we're going to define relation, and later we'll discuss about functions. So what is relation? So definition of relation is let A and B sets. A relation R from A to B is a subset of A cross B. So given an ordered pair, XY, in A cross B, X is related to Y by R, written XRY, if and only if the ordered pair XY is in R. So that is related if and only if X and Y is in R. The set A is called the domain R of R, and set B is called its codomain. So in order for us to understand the concept about relation, let us have first example number 1. So let Y is equal to the set of 0, 1, 2, and Z is equal to the set of 0, 1, and define a relation R from Y to Z as follows. Given any ordered pair XY is an element of Y cross Z, and that ordered pair XY should be an element of R, means that the relation is X plus Y over 2 is an integer. So the first question is, you're going to state explicitly which ordered pair are in Y cross Z and which are in R. So we're going to compute, or we're going to have Y cross Z, and we're going to locate which are in R. And letter B is 1 related to 0, and it's 2 related to 0, and 2 related to 1. And what are the domain and codomain of the R? So first step that we're going to do, based on the definition, is that we need to have Y cross Z. So we have here Y cross Z. What meant by Y cross Z? So if this is our Y, we have 0, 1, and 2, and our Z is equal to 0 and 1, we have to cross this 1. Take note how to cross from Y to Z, paired with Z. So 0 and 0, 0, 1. So you should start with Y and going to Z. So in crossing Y to Z, Y cross Z, you have to put this one, the ordered pairs, in a set. So in this case, we have Y cross Z starting with 0, 0. Next is 0, 1. So it's not the same as 1, 0, but 0, 1, because from Y to Z. Next we have 1, 0. Next we have 1 and 1. Next is 2, 0, and 2, 1. Okay, these are state explicitly which ordered pair as in Y cross Z. So we have answered first the first question, that we need to state it explicitly. And which are in R. So the R means the ordered pair that X plus Y is an integer. So this is our relation. X plus Y over 2 should be an integer. Okay, so dapat integer. So in this case, we have first ordered pair, we have 0, 0 is an element of R. Why is it 0 and 0 is an element of R? Because if we're going to compute 0 plus 0 over 2, because this is our X and this is our Y, divided by 2 is equal to 0, that is equal to an integer. By the way, what is an integer? An integer are those numbers, whole number, and its counterpart less than 0 and 0. So 0, positive and negative whole numbers niya. Okay, so this 1, 0, 0 is part of the element base of 0, x plus y divided by 2. So the resulting one is 0, and 0 is part of an integer. So next is 0, 1. Is 0, 1 and part of the integer? So this is not part. This is not an element of R, because 0, okay, 0 plus 1 divided by 2, that is 1/2. So this is not an integer. So not integer. Okay, so next we have 1, 0. Is 1, 0 an element? No. So why is it no? Because if we're going to have this one, 1 plus 0 divided by 2, still 1/2, which is not integer. Okay, so next we have 1 and 1 is an element of R. So is it an element of R, 1 and 1? Let's try. So 1 plus 1 over 2, that is equal to 2 over 2, that is equal to 1. So therefore, 1 and 1 is an element of R. So because this is an integer. Next is 2 and 0. Is 2 and 0 an element of R? An element of R. So let's try. So 2 plus 0 over 2, that is 2 over 2, that is equal to 1. So therefore, an element of R. So this is an integer. Next we have 2 and 1 based on the cross product. So is an element of R. So let's have 2 plus 1 over 2, that is 3/2. So therefore, this is not an element because 3/2 is not an integer. Okay, so if we're going to check, only 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 0 are the elements R which are in R. So the ordered pair of y cross z, only the relations in R are the following. So 0, 0, we have 1, 1, and 2, 0. So these are the relations found in x plus y over 2 and integer. So in this case, we are going to answer, this is the answer for letter A. So for letter A, we have answer y cross z. So y cross z, this is the answer. And which are in R, and this is the answer. So for letter B, the question is 1 related to 0? So 1 related to 0, yes or no? So 1 related to 0. Based on this, 1 related to 0. So therefore, 1 is not related to 0 because not an integer, not an element of R. So 1, 0, 1, 0, we cannot find here 1, 0. Next, we have 2 related to 0. Yes or no? Yes, because this is an element of R. So therefore, this is related to 0. Yes, and this is no, and this is yes. And next question is 2 related to 1. 2 related to 1, no. 2 is not related to 1 because that is not part of the relations R. So this, therefore, we have the answers. We have answered letter B. Now we are proceeding to letter C. In letter C, what are the domain and codomain of the R? So R domain, okay, so the domain are the following. The domain of the R is 0, 1, and 2. Our codomain, so our codomain is still 0 and 1. So these are the answer for question number 1. So we are now in number 2. Example number 2, let A is equal to 2, 3, 4, set of 2, 3, 4, and B is set of 2, 6, 8. And let R be the divides relation from A to B. So for all x, y, the ordered pair x, y is an element of A cross B, and x related to y if and only if x divides y. So draw an arrow diagram for R. So first thing that we're going to do is we have A cross B. So we have first to write the element of A, which is 2, 3, and 4. And for letter B, we have 2, 6, and 8. So first, cross, we have 2 and 2 here. Next, we have 2 and 6. And 2 and 8. Next ordered pair is 3 and 2. And 3, 6. And 3, 8. Next ordered pair is 4, 2. Next is 4, 6. And 4, 8. So these are the ordered pairs of A cross B. So we're going to determine which are part of R. So the R here, we're just going to locate which are the ordered pair that X divides Y. So X divides Y in this ordered pair is X divides Y. So 2 divides Y, yes. So we're going to include here as part of the R. And 2 divides 6. Is 2 divides 6? Yes. So in simple way, 2x divides y, meaning to say y could be divided by x. So we have here, we will include 2 and 6. Is 2 divides 8? Yes. 3 divides 2? No, it is not divides. How about 3 divides 6? Yes. So because 6 divided by 3, you can have divide. 3 and 6. How about 3, 8? No. How about 4, 2? 4, 2, no, because 4 does not divides 2. And exactly divides. And 4 divides 6, meaning to say that is not. And 4 divides 8, that is yes. Okay. So in these are the relations, the ordered pair, that the relations x, y, x divides y. So in our draw diagram. So in this case, if we're going to draw an arrow diagram here, this is our A, and this is our B. So the order 2, 3, and 4, 2, 6, and 8. So 2 to 2, the arrow here, map 2, map 2, and 2 map 6, 2 map 8, 3 map 6, and 4 map 8. So the relations here is x divides y. So this is the answer for number 2. Okay, so we are down to function. So a function f from a set A to set B is a relation with domain A and codomain B that satisfies the following two properties. So in this case, this is a special type of relations. The functions is a special type of relations. So there are two properties that we need to check. In first property, for every element x in A, there is an element of y in B, such that the ordered pair xy is an element of the function. So take note that the element of A should be paired with B. For all elements of x in A and y and z in B, if the ordered pair xy is an element of F and xz ordered pair is an element of F, then y is equal to z. If we're going to simplify this one, these properties could be simplified in the following. So number 1, every element of A is the first element of ordered pair of F. So dapat may pair po ang A. Kahit walang pair sa B, basta may pair sa A. Dapat ang A may pair sa B. No two distinct ordered pairs in F have the same first element. So, dapat walang first element. In the first element, no repeated numbers or first element of the first ordered pair. Functions are spatial relations. Every set of ordered pairs is a relation, but every relation is not the function. So every set of ordered pairs is a relations, but every relation is not a function. So functions are make up subsets of all relations. So a function is defined as a relation that is either one-to-one or many-to-one, or no ordered pairs have the same first element. So dapat no ordered pairs have the same first element. Notation of this A and B are sets of F is a function from A to B, then given an element of X is in A, and the unique element B that is related to X by F is denoted by the function which is read as F of X. So take note, there are two properties that we need to check. First, dapat in every element in X and A, dapat may corresponding po siya value in Y and B. And no two distinct pairs of F have the same first element. So, no ordered pairs have same first element. That is to be called as a function. So, let's try letter A. Let A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8 and B is equal to 1, 3, 5. Which of the following relations R and S defined below are function from A to B? So let us have first A is equal to 2, 5, set of 2, 5, 4, 1, and 4, 3, and 6, 5. So this come from the sets A to B. So if we're going to look at here, okay, so if we're going to graph like this, okay, if this is our A and this is our B, so 2, 4, and 6, 1, 3, and 5. So 2 and 5 paired here, and 4 and 1, 4 and 3, and 6 and 5. So we're going to check whether this one is a function or not. So first, the first property is that every element of A is the first element of ordered pair. So check in the first property, check po siya kasi may pair siya. But in property number 2, no two distinct ordered pairs have the same first element. This 4 is being paired with 1 and 3. So therefore, it would not satisfy to property number 2. Again, in property number 1, check siya kasi every element of X has a corresponding element of Y. But in property number 2, no two distinct ordered pairs in F have the same first element. So therefore, 4 and 1 and 4 and 3 does not satisfy because dapat unique ito. No ordered pairs have the same first element. In this case, may the same elements siya. May the same pair, so which is 1 and 3. So therefore, in letter A, this is not a function. Okay, so in letter A, this is not a function. In letter B, this is letter A. So first satisfies a condition na property number 1, but in property number 2, hindi siya nagsatisfy. So therefore, the elements are not being satisfied. So in this case, this is not a function. For letter B, we're going to have set A here, and this is our B. So this is 2, 4, and 6, and this 1, 3, 5. The relation is Y is equal to X plus 1. So if our X is equal to 2 plus 1, which is 3. When x is equal to 4 plus 1, which is 5. When x is equal to 6, the result is no pair. So therefore, wala siyang ma-pair dito kasi walang 7. So in this case, let's check for the first property. So every element of A is the first element of pair F. In this case, walang pair ang 6. So therefore, X in the first property. And the second property also, distinct order. Yes, wala siyang distinct, but it should be the first property, X na siya. So therefore, this is not a function. So first property pa lang, so against na siya or not satisfy the condition, so therefore this is not a function. Okay, so we are now in letter B. So let x is equal to set of A, B, C, and y is equal to the set of 1, 2, 3, 4. Which of the relations A and B defined below are the function from x to y? Okay, so relation A, A1, ordered pair A1, B2, and C3. So first, easy for us to locate whether this one is a function or not is we're going to use graphical. So if this is our x and this is our y. So if this is our x and this is our y, so therefore we have A, B, and C, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So A paired with 1, B paired with 2, and C paired with 3. So first condition, every element of A is in first element of ordered pair of F. So my ordered pair ba siya lahat? Yes. Check for the first condition that X should have paired with y. And second question, the second property is no two distinct ordered pairs in F have same first element. So still, this is distinct, so therefore, yes. For letter A, so therefore this is a function. Okay, so let's have letter B. For all xy is an element of x cross y, xy is an element of B, means that it is a vowel and y is an even. So if we're going to have this one, this is our x and this is our y. This is the vowel A, the letter ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4. So means that A is a vowel and y is an even. So only vowel here is A and 4. So B and C are not vowel letters, so therefore we will not pair it to Y. But in this case, the first is there is an element of that every element of A is the first element of ordered pair. So in X, dapat may pair siya. So B and C, no pair, X in the first property, and of course, no two distinct. So we have here, dapat po, no ordered pairs have the same first element. In this case, A is paired with 2 and A is paired with 4. So therefore, X. So therefore, this is not a function. So one thing that we are going to have to remember are the properties. So first property, that it should be lahat po dito ay may paired to Y. Every element of X and A should be paired with Y. And second property, dapat po not double ang pairing nito from X to Y. Dapat paired to 1 only. Okay, so these thing are not functions. So we are now in letter C. Which of the following relations are functions from A to B? write their domain and range. If it is not a function, give reason. So in this case, we have letter A. So we have here 1, 3, 4, 8. We have our A, which is our X, and this one B, which is our Y, which is -2, 7, -6, 1, and 2. So 1, -2, 3, 7, 4, -6, and 8, 1. So in the first case, so we have, okay, so in the first case, we have A to B. So in the first case, the first property is that dapat all elements here should be paired with B or Y. So therefore, check in the first element. Next is that dapat po, no, the ordered pairs have the same first element. May first element ba siya? So therefore, no. So check. So therefore, letter A is a function. Letter B. So same here. If this is 1, 2, and 4, and this is our A, and this is our B, 0, -1, 3, and 10. So 1, 0, 1, -1, 2, 3, and 4, 10. So in this case, we have 1, 0, and 1, -1. The first is that paired ba lahat? Yes. In the first condition, the property yes. But in the second condition, dapat no ordered pairs have the first element. So my first element siya, so therefore X. So not a function. So for letter C, so we have here A, B, C, D, E. And for letter B, we have B and C. So this is A paired with B. So in this case, A, B, B, C, C, B, and D, C. Okay. So first condition, first property, that every element of X should have a paired with Y and B. So therefore, in the first property, there is E that is not being paired. So therefore, this is X. So the first property. The second property, still, since the first property does not satisfy, so therefore, this is not a function. So if the first property does not satisfy, of course, it would not result to a function. So for letter D, so we have here 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, for A. And this is B, 4, 9, 16, 25, and 36. 2 is paired with 4. 3 is paired with 9. 4 is paired with 16. And 5 is paired with 25. And 6 is paired with 36. So this is 1 to 1. So based on the definition, we could say that that is a function if that is 1 to 1 or many to 1. In this case, the first property, that every element should be paired with Y and B. So check. Second element, there no ordered pair have the same first element. So therefore, check. So this is 1 to 1 function. Okay, this is considered as 1 to 1 because what A is paired with distinct element of Y and B. And letter E. So in letter E, so we have our A here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So 0, Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for letter B, we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5. So, if this is our A, this is our B. So, 1 is paired with negative 1. So, next is 2 is paired with negative 2, 3, negative 3, 4, negative 4, 5, negative 5. So in this case, 0 has no pair. So therefore, in the first property is x. So therefore, in the first property, if that is x, so therefore we could say that that is not a function. So again, this function is a special types of relations. So we could say that not all functions, not all relations are functions, but all functions are relations. Again, not all relations are functions, but all functions are relations. So, that's all. So, hindi lahat ng relasyon ay magfa-function. So, lahat ng magfa-function ay may relasyon. Again, hindi lahat ng relasyon ay magfa-function, pero lahat ang magpa-function ay may relasyon. So, that is all about letter C. Okay, letter D, state whether each of the following relations represent a function or not. In this case, we have A cross B. So, in this case, the first property is not satisfied because B has no pair, so therefore, this is not a function. Very easy when you are going to have this one into a diagram. In this case, first property, dapat lahat may element from A to B. So yes, check in the first property. In the second property, dapat no two distinct element or no ordered pairs of the same first element. So in this case, C has paired with X and Z. So therefore, this is not a function. So because it is not satisfied with the condition of number 2 properties. So it does not satisfy. Only many-to-one will satisfy, and one-to-one functions will also satisfy. So letter D, not a function, and this is not a function. Okay, so we are down to the last part of this learning. So we have tried this. So let A is equal to 2, 4, and B is equal to the set of 1, 3, 5, and define relations U and V from A to B as follows. For all ordered pair XY is an element of A cross B. So the ordered pair XY is an element of U means that Y minus X is greater than 2, and the ordered pair XY is an element of V means Y minus 1 is equal to X over 2. Indicate whether any of the relations U and V are functions and explain. So try to comment your answers, or you could have presented your answers to me if you could have a private message. So thank you for tuning into this YouTube channel. I hope everyone you enjoyed this moment. I hope everyone you learned something today. Please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Kasalingan Vlogs. Thank you for listening, and God bless everyone.